Hi, I'm W. Earl Brown, and I've been asked to give a shout out to Drew and JD and Scotty and all you folks over at Star Wars Life where you sit around and talk about the Mandalorian. Now, since you called yourself a bunch of blurg suckers, I'm going to guess that you are fans or are at least familiar with Deadwood. So the casting of Oliphant and myself in the Marshall episode, as Tim and I like to put it, welcome to Mos Pelgo. It can be combative. Or another favorite line was, "These are not the fucking droids you're looking for, cocksucker." So anyway, since it's a Western in outer space, it was a perfect melding of our worlds. Now, I have been asked to give a little anecdote about my time on Mandalorian. If you follow my Twitter, you've seen the story I wrote about getting cast, and there's a lot of info in that. But here's a little tidbit that was not in my Twitter feed. I've known Jon Favreau since I started out in Chicago. He and I were there at the same time as struggling young actors. He and I were always auditioning for the same beer commercials and truck commercials and what have you. Whatever came across Chicago, I would usually see him in the audition room. So we sort of got to know one another. Our paths still cross over the years. The last time I saw him, prior to Mandalorian, he was doing the Jungle Book on the same studio lot that we were doing True Detective. And he and Vince Vaughn are really tight. So he would come over and hang out with Vince and vice versa. So I would see him occasionally on the lot. But so I got a call out of the blue about being cast and being a Star Wars freak since I was 14 years old. I jumped at the chance. So I go there and I have to do a screen test for the makeup. So I'm in the full makeup and everything, and they put a cloak over me, and they had to have an escort with me to move me between. They were so super secretive about no one getting any photos or any idea that there's going to be a Weequay show up in the series. So we finished, and they said, well, we have to get clearance from Mr. Favreau. So we're going to have to take you over to the production offices. So, all right. So I go over, and there's a group that meets us in the elevator. And again, I'm hooded, so no one can see me. We go up to the top floor. We go to the corner office, and there's like a phalanx of assistants. There's like 7 or 8 people, and they're waiting for Mr. Favreau to have a break. He and Mr. Filoni are meeting. So they find a moment. They're going to bring me in. So I'm ushered in. All of the assistants are standing behind us, and there's John and I face to face, and he's looking at the makeup, and he's giving them notes about shading and whatnot, and he's in real close, and I look him in the eye, and I went, "Dude, Star Wars." And like a 12-year-old kid, Favreau goes, "I know." So you see, it's not just the people that are watching the show that are rabid fans. It is also the people that are making the show that are rabid fans. And that's what makes Mandalorian so fucking good. So this is the way.